Hello, how's everybody doing? This is going to be a teardown of the last flash art. I haven't did it in a long time because I usually like to know exactly what I'm going to do this be after, because that's part of this section, is I have to figure out exactly what I'm going to do after this one. And I kind of knew, but it just took me a long time to do this to do this one, because I was actually, if you follow my last update, I'm really doing this language thing. I got this app and I'm doing the Spanish and the French is really great. The only reason why I'm doing it because it does improve everything else. I don't know if anybody realizes it, but whatever you do, especially if you do something that you could do very well, or if you learn something about something that you're doing, even a hobby or whatever, but if you can do it very well and you find out more information about it and you can perfect it, you actually help everything else that you're doing. I don't know if you can understand that, but I know the people who follow my Dance Without Music American Yoga by Pierre Dua, I know that they understand what I'm talking about. So anyway, so now what we did is, this one is called Life, okay? And I'm going to take it down. However, this one is very hard to take down. I like to finish taking it down during the video, but this one's going to be pretty much complicated because I do want to keep, and if you followed this section lately, you notice that I keep a lot of the art, or I utilize certain things about the former art to use in my next art project or my next flash art. And the funny thing about it is it just comes naturally. It wasn't really something that I figured out, or because I want to use less paper, or utilize something, or recycle. It has nothing to do with that. It was just that it was working out that way. And this one, I'm going to utilize the wires that I use in it. And the next one is going to be called is electrons, okay? The electron, or something to do with electron. Now, what did I learn from this one, as we do in this section all the time? I learned another way to put up this medium flash art, because I have these metal things. I have like these wires, okay? And I pretty much just taped them, okay? But I taped the paper to them. And it worked out pretty good. And that's what I learned. I learned another way to, to put, to utilize this method. And the most important thing I realized, because it's going to do with the electrons, the next one I'm going to do, is that I based it, or I have it mounted or taped to the wall. And, excuse me, and because it's such a light gauge metal, I'm able to, work with it a little bit better. So, I'm going to take some down and see if there's anything else I figured out here. The only thing I can really say is that I always wanted to work with the wire or this metal. I always wanted to do it, and I had an opportunity to do it, and it worked. This one is going to be kind of hard to take down because I don't want to ruin the metal, and plus it's taped, so it's kind of hard for me to take it off. Seems like some of it is sliding off. That sounds pretty good. But I won't finish this during this video. I just know I won't finish it. So anyway, I'm taking some off, and then I'm going to be able to explain. Oh, look at it. Some of it comes off by sliding it to the end. So that works. Just sliding it to the end. But some of them are really long. So you can see the metal. I think you can see it, of how I put it on there. So I'm going to take a few more off. I'm not going to do the whole thing because it's going to take too long. I think it's best just to tear it, really. And let me just tear it and see what I can do. I'm trying to think if I learned anything else. Well, like I said, the most important thing I learned was another method of mounting different types of things on the wall. And I didn't know I could do the wires like that. But I think this is the second one that I used for the wires. And I'm going to do the electrons with it also. So let's see. I'm just trying to get a space so I can show you what I'm going to do next. Okay. Okay, see if I can get this space cleared. Just throwing it on the ground. I hope you can see and hear me. Okay. So I got pretty much, so you can see how, I guess you can see how the wires are, you know, maybe not really looking that well. But, so I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I could learn from this, anything else that I learned. Pretty much, that's pretty much it as far as being able to find a way to have this like sit like this, which is pretty good. And I told you about the metal, which the reason why I can't really figure out too many other things is because we talked about this before in the other art. This is the third time I'm using it. So what's going to happen next time is going to be called electrons, okay? And what I'm going to do is, let me see if I can clear a little bit more. I hope you see the wire and how I'm going to talk about this next. Probably, oh, look at it, slides off, so that's good. I'm just trying to get a way so I can explain what I'm going to do next. Looks like it slides off better than tearing it off. Yeah. Okay, now this next thing I wanted to do. Okay, let's see. Now I'm getting addictive. You know, like when you do something, it gets kind of addictive. Let me see. Okay, so that should be done. Let's take this one. Tear this. Kind of difficult. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not. I just want to take this one off, and that's going to be it. Okay, and I taped these on, but I didn't use that much tape. So anyway, I guess now you can get a better idea of what I want to do next with it, okay? Because we have this section cleared. I don't know if I'll put it up a little bit more. I'm sorry. So now we have this section clear and we have these wires. So what I wanted to do next is going to call electrons. And I'm going to take paper. I usually show you how I'm going to do it. So let me get this paper over here. I don't like to get off screen. It's right over here. Let me see. It's right here, and I got the paper, okay? So, I'm going to see if I can show you what I want to do. Another thing I always wanted to do was to do something with flash art that shows that I can control the colors, okay? This is not really control because I just put it up there. I mean, you can see all the colors and everything, and it looks real, real nice, but it's still something else I wanted to do with small colors. Like, I mean, when I say small, I mean like little pieces of color. I always wanted to do something like this. Like, for instance, you see this one piece, I wanted to I wanted to do something even smaller, okay? And I've been thinking about this for a long time. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you something, try and show it to you. First of all, I need a back. I need one thing we don't have to worry about, like I said, we don't have to worry about the foundation because it's already done. I've been using it for 3 times. So that's why I couldn't explain all the things I learned from this one because I already told you about that. So this is what I want to do for this one. I guess it would have to be in 4s, but I want to have everything on a yellow backing. Yes, I want it all on yellow. And why I say yellow is because the other colors that I use are going, maybe 2 other colors are going to be, I forgot the name of it, but are going to be made from yellow, actually. Like green, I'm going to use yellow, green, and orange, okay? And both of them contain yellow. So I always tried this, but it never really worked. But the art project worked, but I never was able to see what I wanted to see. So anyway, I divided this paper in half, this yellow. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I need, for the back, I need to cover this, okay? Because I want the base to be in yellow. So it's going to be sort of like that, okay? So you can see that yellow. Okay, and then I go do it again with this. And just punching a hole pretty much. And you can see how I'm going to yellow the whole thing out like that in squares, okay? This yellow is important because then I'm going to take a green. I'm just showing you an example. This is something I always wanted to do and I hope it works. And I'm going to have it pretty much 2 sides. One side is going to be orange and one side is going to be green, and the whole base of it is going to be yellow. Why did I say green? Because green has blue and yellow, okay? And orange has red and yellow. So it's pretty much an experiment too, but I've been thinking about this so much that I'm sure it's going to work. Now I'm going to take very little pieces. I don't know, I may cut them, I have to cut them or something like that. But I mean like really small pieces. I don't think it's going to be like this, but, and then take this. I think this one is too small. But something like, let me do a bigger one because I can't experiment too much because I'm talking to you all. So let's just cut one. Let's see how we're gonna fold this. I'm gonna fold it. All this is gonna be messed up. I have to clean this up. Yeah. Okay. Dividing it again. So far that worked. So that was pretty neat. I'm just going to keep dividing it down. I remember the one I did this most and I divided the most down. The name of it is Algebra. You got to look it up. It was art I did a long time ago. It's called Algebra. And I kept, you know, like smaller and smaller and smaller pieces. But this one I wanted to be so small. This is just an example. So it's even smaller than what I want. Because now we're down to this. I want to even make it smaller. I'm just throwing things on the floor, but I have to clean them up right now. Because I won't be able to work on it like right away. Okay, so now we're here. That's what I mean. I mean, like, how far can I go down without so I can punch this thing, punch a hole in it. So it's going to be pretty much, so the rules, like we said, always have the rules, is a yellow backing. And then the other one is just two colors, which is orange and green, okay? And we're not going to mix the colors like orange, green, orange, green. I don't think that's going to work. I'm going to try in little places for it, but I want it to look very, just like electrons, okay? So I got that, and now I'm going to put this and see how I'm going to do this. It's just jabbing this like this, and there it goes, it worked. And then I'm going to put, okay, like I have that one worked. Okay, and then I have this one. And maybe another one. Okay. Very small, like you can see. As you can see. Okay, then I have this one. Okay, sort of like that, okay? So you can see I'm calling that electron, okay? You see how that is? Like that? Okay? So, that's the way I'm going to do all of it. It seems like it's really interesting now, like it's really going to work. So anyway, this is the one that we have to where I'm breaking everything down. I usually break everything down for you to see as I break it down. But this one is like really, really complicated to break down because I'm not really breaking it down because I want to utilize it for the next project. So I can't really like tear it down. I have to be careful, as you can see. So anyway, the next time you see it, it will be electrons or it has something to do with electrons or electron or something like that. The electrons. I was going to say electrons and neutrons. No. I was going to say, was that neutrons? Electrons and protons, but I don't think I'm going to say that. But it's going to definitely have electrons in it, okay? So I hope you enjoyed that. And this is flash art. I forgot the number, but I'm going to find it. And then I'm going to post this, this video, okay? And the next time you see it, you'll see electrons, okay? The electrons or something like that. Okay, thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy this art section. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.